What is up and welcome back. Today we're going to be doing the Q&A that was on my Instagram. So there's been a few good questions tossed over and I'm going to write those questions on this board. Just fucking little tricep line out there, shoulder cut. Whoosh. I'm going to answer them. Got the questions on my phone here. So whoever has asked a question, you'll get an answer. So the first one. These don't even have to be fitness related. They can be lifestyle related. They can be related on just what do I think of stuff. And this first one is, so question is, what are my top 3 boxers of all time? I think you probably have a guess at number 1, to be honest with you. It's pretty obvious who number 1 is. That's Pretty Boy Kelly, Josh Kelly, my brother. That's who the number 1 is, right? Number 1 is, let's have a look here. So we can draw this on so it's a statement of fact. Josh Kelly as number 1, number 2 and number 3. See, this is really, really fucking hard. Like, this is really hard. So what's this based on? Is this based on who I like to watch the most, who I think's the best, who's the most entertaining, who I think's made boxing a different game to what it could have been without him, like influential. Like there's a lot of stuff in here, but I'm just gonna go based on who I think is the GOAT, like the GOAT of all time. So, and I know a lot of you are probably sitting there thinking Muhammad Ali. Look, he was one of the greats in terms of what he'd done for boxing, in my opinion. Like, he changed boxing in terms of how it was advertised, how it was promoted. He had his mouth, he had his style, he had his flash, he had everything going in that time. Would I put him in one of the best 3 of all time? No. I think there'd be people now who beat him, simple as that. So number 2, who I'm going for, and this is someone who I'm probably going to get fucking shit for, to be honest with you. Floyd Money Mayweather. Like, I grew up with him being the GOAT, like the undisputed GOAT. I remember watching him to watch him get beat. That's the thing with Mayweather. I think a lot of people watched him to watch him get beat. Like, they didn't watch him to win. They were like, they went to watch his fights, they paid for pay-per-view because they thought, can this next guy beat him? And it just didn't happen. What he's doing, I'm going to disregard what he's done after his career officially ended. I don't give a fuck about the McGregor fight. I don't give a fuck about his little weird fights that he's doing now, any of that shit. But when he was actually a boxer, untouchable. Untouchable. He made elite level fighters, and I mean elite level fighters, look pretty average, like Canelo Alvarez. But my third, who I'm going to go for, because he's just, if I spell this right, the bull, Rocky Marciano. I think he's just one of the hardest bastards of all time. And like back in that day, it was just a different level of sport. It was a different sport. It was like, you're tough as nails fight. There wasn't any of this glam and show and stuff like that. It was a very gritty sport back then, and that guy encapsulated that. So that's my top 3 boxers of all time. Just off the top of my head here, I haven't given this a thought over time. I'm like massively into it, but these are the 3 that sprang to my mind. Josh Kelly, Floyd Mayweather, Rocky Marciano. What's your thoughts on TRT? So if you don't know what TRT is, it's Testosterone Replacement Therapy. What's my thoughts on it? Fucking amazing. Honestly, I genuinely think it's amazing for people men who have low testosterone and want to get that testosterone up to a more stable level. What I do not appreciate is people who say they're on TRT when they are just full on fucking jabbing. Like, they're on gear, simple as that. You ain't on TRT anymore. If you're going over what was considered the healthy range of testosterone, you're not on TRT. You're on fucking gear, mate. So I think TRT brings someone who's got low testosterone up to a healthy range, improves their life dramatically. It'll improve their drive, it'll improve muscle growth, it'll improve health factors across the board, general mood, decreases risk of depression, decreases all of those sort of mental health issues as well, because testosterone's a massive fucking factor in men to just feel good. Like, you have more energy, you want to engage more in competitive environments as well, which is something that is fucking amazing for men. So I absolutely love TRT when it's used correctly, and it's something that as I age, I may be looking at getting on, but that's like, I'm talking about 40, 45, 50, looking at that to see if my testosterone levels have dropped to a position where they're not in the healthy range anymore, and then looking away, fucking shit myself getting an needle in to get them back up. But yeah, TRT, very, very good. This is an interesting question. Question number 3. If you could only take one supplement ever again, what would that supplement be? That would be creatine, people. if I could only ever take one supplement again, that would be creatine. Why? Because I know a lot of people immediately will probably say whey protein. Whey protein, I'm going to be able to knock whey protein off and just eat more chicken, eat more tuna, eat more eggs, eat more beef, eat more real protein sources, dairy, 0% Greek yogurt. Like, I have no issues with that. I use whey protein because it tastes nice, easy, gets your protein up, that sort of stuff, right? But the other stuff, easily replace that whey protein. Creatine, if you were to try and get the amount of creatine you get from like 5 gram scoop from where it comes from, which is like fish and red meat, you will be eating, I think it's somewhere around a kilo. I think it's something like that, around a kilo of that to get the same 5 grams of creatine. That's per day that you get from creatine. And the benefits are huge. Like, the benefits of creatine are huge. So you've got cognitive function benefits. It's going to offset cognitive decline, gives you more energy, better repair, push harder in the gym. There's just so many benefits of creatine. And it's so easy to get in that amount, 5 grams per day, super fucking supplement. Other stuff that I do take is like amino acids. Wouldn't put it near the one supplement I would take if I had to take only one again. Health supplements like multivitamins, omega-3, stuff like that. Balance that into my diet, no worries, like through nutrition, through having good micronutrient foods. But creatine's the one where if I took it out, I couldn't replace that. So yeah, creatine. So this is a common question that I get asked. Anyways, how do I stay motivated? The question goes on to say, especially when you're not feeling up for it, you're feeling a bit, can't be arsed. Like, I genuinely believe people set goals that are very, very small, and it's far too small to get motivated for. So if you're setting a goal for yourself, and this is in fitness, right? So if you're setting a goal for yourself to lose a few pounds, right? I don't know, say you are 190 pounds and you're like, look, I just want to lose 10 pounds, feel a little bit better, lose a little bit of my gut. Like, how driven will you be for that change of what that's going to do for your life, to get out of bed and go to the gym on a morning when you can't be arsed, to drive straight from a hard day at work to the gym when you can't be arsed, to turn down that Domino's, to turn down that beer, to go and get your steps in when you can't be bothered? Like, how driven are you going to be to go and do that when the goal and what you actually want to accomplish isn't actually that much different to where you are now? It's like 10 pounds from 190. Yeah, it's going to be beneficial for your health, but is it going to be absolutely fucking life changing? Probably not. While if you set your goal to the point where it's like, this is what I always say to clients coming on, what's your goal physique? And a lot of the times I just want a little bit weight. I'm like, I'm not asking that. I'm asking, let your ego go wild. What would you ideally fucking love to look like? And now all of a sudden it's like, well, yeah, I'm shredded with the 6-pack, abs, like a bicep vein, but you know, like, I've never been that. I'm like, no, but because you've never been that doesn't mean you can't be that. You need to believe in yourself more. You need to set goals that are higher than you think you can achieve and go after them. Because I tell you what, getting out of bed because you've got a goal in your head to get fucking diced 6-pack, triceps in, bicep veins, looking amazing, the best you've ever felt, the best you ever feel, have to get a completely new wardrobe because you're just a totally different person, that's going to get you to the gym, that's going to get you turned down the Domino's, that's going to get you keeping off the booze. But losing a few pounds probably isn't going to do it. So that's one of the ways I would say to stay motivated. Set your goal much fucking higher than what you probably are setting. Set it to something that where if you tell someone, they're like, oh yeah. Like, when I locked in to get on stage, I was sitting on the edge of bed in Vegas, fucked, for a week with the boys, and I decided then that I was going to get on stage, and that lit a fire in his that would never have been lit if I just said, you know what, when I get back home, I'm going to start like eating healthy again and getting in the gym again and feeling good about it. Nah, that wouldn't have happened. The week after, a few of the lads were out on the piss again, I would have been there, but it didn't, because I was like, nah. I fucking want to be here. Like, I don't want to be here. I want to be here. And that's what fired me towards it. Now, yes, I want to get on stage again. But for me, one of the biggest things that keeps me on track, keeps me motivated every single day, is being an example to my team, my clients, the people I work with. Like, I see them as people, different coaches have different approaches. But for me, I fucking care about my clients. And I want them to look at me and think, that guy's doing it, I can do it. Like, why the fuck can I not do it if that guy's doing it? He's setting an example, he's leading from the front. Like, he's not just sitting there dictating and then having the Domino's on a weekend and saying, oh, when you don't know me, you can't, you're on a shred, fuck that shit. Even when I'm bulking, I'm eating clean. when I'm cutting, I'm eating clean. When I cut, I get cut. I do it properly. I don't miss any steps. I hit my cardio. I train all the time. Like I never miss a gym session because I want to set an example. And that keeps me motivated every single day, because if I can keep going, I'm going to get better results from my clients. I'm going to have people in a better position than when they started, than if they were listening to someone who talked shit and didn't walk the walk. So that's one of the things that keeps me motivated. Right, next question. Is it the fourth or fifth question? Whatever it is, next question. How tall are you? Really? Really? You know you are. Really? Nah, I ain't tall. I'm about 5'9"-ish, I think. I've not met, look, when you're like medium, small, medium height, you very rarely get your height taken. Like, I'm not fucking bothered. I'm about 5'9", something like that. So, yeah, that's how tall I am. That's why I ain't got no bitches. Next question. Do I need to load creatine? Short answer, no. So I don't ask anyone to load creatine. If you do want a creatine load and just fucking bust through your creatine that you just bought, you can do. It's just about saturating the muscles, but it's going to get saturated over time anyways, even if you just take your standard 5 grams per day every day. If you're doing a creatine load, 5 to 7 days at about 25 grams per day, split it in like 5 grams for that like 5 to 7 days, and then drop down like 5 grams per day after that. Simple. But I don't really recommend it. I just feel like you fly through your creatine supplement for very little extra benefit when you're going to load on it anyways, like as you constantly take it. As long as you keep on taking 5 grams per day every day and don't forget, you'll be grand. Don't get caught up in the bullshit. Very, very important question, this one. So listen close. Top 3 monster flavors. So I've done a reel on this on Instagram, and I think I put it on YouTube as well. I might have. Top 3 monster flavors of the UK I done, but this I'm going to consider as just in general, right? So I haven't tasted the new Lando Norris. Lando Norris? I don't keep up with fucking driving. I don't know. Is it Lando Norris one? But I have got some on order, so I'm going to taste them. I'm going to do taste tests as well. But top 3 monsters, like of everything. You know what? Rosa's still the king for me. Rosa is king of the monsters, best one. It's hard. It's a hard one. Right, Rosa, followed by red, followed by violet. That's me 3. Rosa, red, violet. It seems like I'm on that end of the spectrum on these colours, like the rosa, red, the violet, it's all similar. And I would also toss the blue in there for a 4th, the blue Hawaiian blue, I think it's called, bangs. But yeah, can't get red or ultra violet in the UK, unfortunately. I had it in Marbella, bang. And that's this week's Q&A wrapped up. So if you want a question answered from yourself on next week's Q&A, we're going to try and do these every Sunday. Comment below your question in the comments on this video, and I'll feature it in the next Q&A and get that answered for you. Or you have any further questions or comments on the stuff that I've just answered, drop them in the comments as well. But if you have liked this, subscribe, fucking comment, like the video, all helps. And that is Coach Kelly out.